Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Achad. Shemai, Yasharallah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Achad.
Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites, the men of GMS. All right, we're here today with brothers from we got Detroit in the house, we got Iowa in the house, the brothers from Kenosha will be on the way, Wisconsin, and
Indiana's
and we got Indiana is in town, and we have a couple of we have the Apostle Rakah and the Elder Menatazat among us. They're not here at the moment, but they're here. And anyway, we'd like to first and foremost give all glory and honor to Yahweh,
Yahushai.
Double honors unto the apostles of GMS, the true elders of the government that has been established on earth. All right,
as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven, it's established here on earth.
That's
all right, that governing body of Israel. All right, which order has to come. All right, and then we'd like to say salutations to the Akim out there that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. All right. Those brothers are also a part of that governing body of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. To those brothers, we say Shalom. All right, it's just going to be an open forum on current events. Okay, and the current events that's going on in the world. Current events that's going on among Israel.
That's right.
You know, there's nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
All right, so you know, today I'm gonna hand it over.
Hey, if you any brothers want to go ahead and kick it off, go ahead. On you our guest, so have at it. Kabar, you got something?
Well, I got an article actually.
Go ahead, brother.
This is an article from what is it? Simply what from the Bro Bible. Basically, it says is World War III on the horizon? NATO puts 300,000 troops on high alert to combat Russia's aggression.
And what's Russia been aggressive doing?
Right.
Defending the Assad and the
they've been killing the terrorists that America swore they would kill.
Exactly. If you go look at what Syria is doing, Syria had Assad, who's the sovereign leader of his own people, right? Now you have so-called
elected leader of the realm.
Okay, so but elected by the people for the people in their own land, he's their ruler, right?
And when you talk to the actual people, the people love the man.
Okay.
I mean, they had free college education, free health care.
Yeah, it sound like
more than enough. They had all that. They had a society where they had Christians and Muslims that were living side by side with no bombs strapped on nobody like in Israel, you know.
Right.
Because I wonder why everybody they wonder why people want to harm them.
Right.
They wonder why. But yeah, they were, it was as a matter of fact, it was said to be one of the best places in the world to live.
Right.
And they had all kind of foreigners that were living there, and it was actually, I'd never been, but from all the articles that I've read and all the people that I've actually talked to,
the people weren't crying out for help.
No, they were. It was a very, now all of a sudden it's this. Go ahead,
right. Now, if I was going to say, you got Syria and their own sovereign leader and their own sovereign people doing their thing. You have, let's use America for an example. You have so-called American leader and their people and so forth, right? Now, so the people say if people start rioting and protesting, saying we don't want the regime, as they're starting to do now with the Donald Trump protesters, right?
Hey.
Are they going to go ahead and say, hey, the people are having a problem, let some of these other nations come in and take out Donald Trump and take him down because of the people? Who gives them the authority to go to a sovereign nation and go fuck with these people?
Right.
That's why Putin has said, you know what? No, we're going to come in and support our ally. We see the insurgents, which is funded. Another article came out not too long ago how the ISIS got caught with another American missiles and weaponry that they got from America. How you get it? The United States government, you just don't walk up and find you was in the military, right?
Yeah.
Did y'all just leave any random ammunition that's left for anybody to get?
Brother, if somebody was found with American munitions, that meaning it was given unto them. Or either it was left behind because they didn't kill the whole platoon or the whole company or something, and then
Oh, so when has that happened? Recently. That's been told to the people.
Probably not since Vietnam.
Wow.
Just saying.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. You had more in the article, bro.
He says, it says, whosoever the next president of the United States is will have plenty on their plate to begin the term including Russia, which has been testing boundaries as of late. So they saying Russia's been like seeing what they can do, like when they was testing the airspace, and just basically just seeing what they can do in.
They're actually retaliating from the aggression that America has done. America has been sending troops all over Europe, close to their border. They have been sending fleets and ships in their area to the border. Russia's like, if you all keep sending this, we're going to respond, which is why they sent a warship over there to the Middle East to support their troops over there in Syria and their area, because that's their areas over there, man.
One at a time they had a Russian submarine by California, off the coast
That's right.
of California.
One sailed off the coast of New York too, just outside the boundary waters too.
Popped up out of nowhere. Letting them know that they have technology that you can't spot them. Just as America has those drones that you can't, and the stealth bomber, they got stuff too.
To counter the growing threat, NATO has put 300,000 troops on high alert to counter and deter Russia's assertiveness.
Okay, I got a scripture for you. This is Joel 3:2. And I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom thou hast scattered among the nations and parted the land. So the brothers reading the article, that's the gathering of the troops to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
Because I just got a article that's very similar to something that just went down about some Russian ships that just entered into the sea near Aleppo. So this thing is getting hot.
A little more. Russia felt that there was strong enough hostilities coming from NATO felt that there was strong enough hostilities coming from Moscow that they wanted a huge ground force to be ready for an all-out war.
And see, that's all bullshit, because like the brother Uriah was saying this a moment ago, how was Russia sending their troops and setting up garrisons in this country and that country and all around the world. No, America was doing that because America was trying to protect the damn petrodollar.
That's right.
All right, and anyone who gets in the way of that money system is going to be destroyed. And now the fact that the yuan is become on the list of the reserve world currencies, these nations that America was able to block, all right, and prevent from doing business and try to control them, they're getting around the American bullshit, and they're going to start dealing with the yuan now that it's a part of the world reserve currency, which puts the dollar on even that much faster crash course. So it's to the point now to where the only answer to this whole scenario is war.
That's right.
Period.
I got a precept too real quick. This is Ezekiel 38:4. I'll start with 3. And say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. And I just think right there, Russia, man, they had this new super tank. This tank that was, somebody posted, I think it was in GroupMe, picture was a picture that is this massive, the guy looked like a damn near midget next to the goddamn tank. You know what I'm saying? He said all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So that's just backing up. The Lord is pulling all sides. He's pulling Gog, which is referring to Russia, and his company, which means China, which means Persia, which is modern day Iran, and North Korea and all their allies, and they're going to pit them against America and all their allies. And all this has been going on. Don't think just because they put Trump in office elect starting next year that he's going to come and he's going to have the power to calm everybody down. No, it's not. The Most High stirred this up. And what the Most High stirs up, no one can quench. No one can quelch. All right? Y'all got some
I have one. This is Revelations 20, beginning at verse 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
That's right. And that's the players. All right. Esau on the left side. Well, both of them all on the left side actually.
All the heathen, right?
Right. But you got Esau as in America, Britain, and its allies, which is all the so-called European nations, along with
for now.
Right.
Because the European nations are starting to pull away from America, and they're starting to. A lot of nations are showing that they're starting like what the Philippines just did.
That's right.
Is European nations is on that track too.
That's right.
And don't think that them Ammonites have not forgotten what was done to them in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Man, they haven't forgotten about that.
I got scripture. This is Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
So they can't get paid off.
No.
And see, how you gonna pay off a superpower got all the money they need? Right? They got all this money. They don't need your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't pay them off.
God.
You can't. Right. They can't buy their way out of this ass whooping either.
And they don't want. And if they would say, yeah, you can pay me off. They don't want your dollar no way.
Hey, right. Hey, now that you said that, there was a ship that pulled into a port in America, and I forget exactly where, but it was full of those bobcats.
Okay.
It was full of those bobcat, those little miniature bulldozers and dump truck, them little bobcats that they use, the small ones. But it was a load of those, and they pulled into an American port, and I'm trying to remember where. But when Americans tried to buy it, they didn't want American currency. They wanted to be paid in another currency, and so when Americans didn't, the ship took off, man. So we'll take this product somewhere else.
That's right, because
somebody could actually give us something that's worth something.
I got a precept off of that. But go ahead, you still have some more on that?
It is.
It is more.
Yeah, brother.
This is verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
So that's the end result of America. He said Babylon. Now he wasn't talking about ancient Babylon, which is over there in Iraq. They haven't done nothing according to the prophecies. They don't fit them. It fits America. Because to America is Babylon the Great. If you look at Psalms, Psalms 137? It says, by the rivers of Babylon, this we sat down and wept. That's over here where we sat down and our necks hung on the trees. All right, that was over here. All right, what does it say in Psalms 137? Say, if I forget thee, you know what I'm saying? Back in ancient Babylon and Babylonian captivity, we knew who we were, so we didn't forget. All right, so that means that's over here.
And it says in Revelation 18, Babylon's fallen.
That's
Babylon's still over there.
That's right.
That the ancient Babylon is talking about another Babylon, which is here.
That's right.
Modern day Iraq, because they're still over there buying and selling. Just to add on to the point, and say nobody will pitch their tent there. So that's not talking about ancient Babylon. It's talking about modern day America.
Right.
Put some chairs out for those.
If
I can make one quick point, this is James 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Those rich men, those Rothschilds, those Bilderbergers, those elite Rockefellerans and so forth, that's the reason why they turned that ship away. Because they don't want, their gold is cankered. That word canker is cancer, all right? It's to rust over, covered with rust. It's the Greek word katio, to rust down, to be corroded, All right, they just like, we don't want this dollar. That dollar is corroded. That's not that's not good. Where you got gold, you got somebody else's currency. We'll deal with someone else's currency that's actually backed by something.
You know how you try to give a little kid something that or a child. I don't use the word kid. You use a child something that tastes nasty to them, and they make that
The same flavor.
yeah. It was like, nah, we don't want that, man. We don't want that.
It ain't no but goddamn paper anyway, man. Yeah, it's not backed by gold and silver, man. So it's worthless, man. All right. Only reason it's used now because people believe that it's the currency, which it's not backed by. It's just a piece of paper with
a number on it,
man. Right.
With a number on it, with some weak Edomites on it, and it's gonna show itself to be just that soon enough.
And you know it has no value if they want to put an NV on it. You know, Harriet Tubman.
Right.
Con.
I got
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel chapter 9. I'll start at 17. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them. And shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. Verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, just like the Ak was saying. They shall not satisfy their soul. You try to give a baby something that they don't want. They spit it out, turn away from it. Hey, Russia ain't gonna be satisfied with their gold, man. Trying to buy them off, they're not gonna be satisfied with that.
That's what he always like to do, man. When it's come time for him to pay the bill, he want to buy it or say I'm sorry. It don't work like that, man. You gonna have to pay for all the hell you put on first and foremost the Lord's people, and you destroyed this earth, man. And guess what? The shit. Hey, brother just put a story. Since Esau polluted this water, now it's backfiring. You read that. You getting what is it?
It's killing their women.
Yeah, killing their women.
It's giving them some rare lung disease, and it's hitting them hard. Shalom, Maki. It's hitting them hard out in Pennsylvania. Philadelphia area, Pennsylvania. Yeah. But yeah, Shalom, brother. Y'all brother. But they and it's killing only white people and mainly white women, man.
God.
And it's got the scientists and the Edomites bugging the hell out. And it said that this strange disease seemed to not be bothering people who have melanin. So I know, man, isn't it crazy? So they trying to keep that story on the low, man, but it's out there now, and it's happening rapidly. These women just keep coming up sick and dying, man. They're literally dying from this shit. Whatever it is, I forget what they call it, but it's creating some sort of lung disease. How you get a lung disease from drinking water?
Right.
So there you go, man, and it's killing white people only, and mainly white women. You didn't see that one, huh? It was a story I put in. I have to go and find it. Man.
Yeah, it's
matter of fact, maybe we can find it and pop it up.
Yeah,
Let me try to find it. But somebody go ahead and speak.
Excuse me, can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
You know about the disease you was talking about. These Edomites getting these diseases, and I don't know the name of it, but it's like thick, and it got like dots in it, like holes, like a golf ball.
Dimples or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a golf ball. I don't know what type of disease, because when you eat them, like, crackers get it. You know what I'm saying? That's like
those two plagues. The Lord said He's going to bring out
the plagues is coming on Esau, man.
Yeah, that's part of the curse that fell upon our people. But now, like the lake is coming back to Yahweh Shimei Shai. Now the Lord is lifting up the curses off His people and put on you damn devils.
I was about to pull that up. You know? I'll grab it real quick.
It's like when Jake can't eat pork and they give him high blood pressure and things and that sort. Our bodies get tore up from eating abominable food. Esau is getting that. He just desserts from what he gave to us. You know how
Go ahead and just slide on right on in, all the way back. Yeah. Come on, slide in. One of you all sit on the couch, another two in the last two chairs, and two in the other chairs. Shalom, Got the brothers from Kenosha just came in. How are you? This is Deuteronomy 30. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and all them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So yeah, that's what's going on is right now. We've been going through all the Deuteronomy 28 curses. We've been going through actually the whole scriptures, because the Deuteronomy 28 is not the only place where curses have been put on us for our wickedness. But we've been going through all the curses that's in the scriptures. Now that's about to get translated over to these heathens, starting off with Esau.
And you see it starting already, man. I found it. It's called white people dying from rare disease.
White people dying from rare disease?
Well, let me just open it up.
Okay. That should be enough to find.
Bring the scripture out while y'all doing that.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellers in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and the cup represents slavery, man. All right. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. And that's Israel, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. He would no more carry thee away into captivity. He would visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
That's right.
For sure. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty. Well, I'll go down to 12. Actually, no. I'll go back to 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
That's right.
And will destroy all the land thereof.
That's right, brother. That's a beautiful precept. And this is modern day Egypt, according to what was that? Revelations 11.
11.
Right. You know, and it says that spiritual Egypt. This is spiritual Egypt here, mainly and foremost because they are holding the Israelites as slaves over here, man, as ancient Egypt did too. And what did Pharaoh say? I will not let them go. We're not letting you go. Esau is not letting us go. They have the same characteristics. We can go into the dollar. We can go into the monuments. We can go into their structure, and a lot of that's patterned off of them, and their religious and a lot of their religions and false doctrine is patterned off of ancient Egypt as well. But this is ancient Egypt all over again, you know.
I got a quick precept.
Is it more than that? Or
No. I just had another one about Egypt.
Okay,
I'll
all
let
right,
you grab
all right, kind of go back and forth.
This is Isaiah chapter 51 and 21. Therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thy hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. So this is going back to that Lamentations that the brother had brought out. That cup is basically just indignation, and he's taking it out of our hand, and he's going to give it to these Edomites, and they're going to get drunk off of it.
That's right. And that drink, they already started drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just when you take your first sip, you don't get drunk right away. You as you continue to drink, it gets you down the line. And this is, and Most High's proof is not just 100%. He got 144,000% proof. He gonna get you fucked up. All right.
Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and that thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over.
So go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Oh well, hey, just like he was saying, that cup is slavery, man. At first, we was drinking of that cup. We was bound down to them, laying down for them, man. Meaning that we was just on a low level for them, man, abasing ourselves for them. But it's gonna flip over, man, and everything's gonna be put back in order. Cause in Genesis the 25th chapter, it says that the elders shall serve the younger, man. So that's their rightful position, is to be under us and to be serving us.
That's right. And they hate that. And now they put Trump in office.
That's why they hate us.
That's right. They put Trump in office. Now all these so-called, well, I believe all these protests are started by the Black Lives Matters and their agent provocateurs who are stirring up the people. But you only can stir up people who are what do you say, brother?
It says all funded.
Exactly.
If you look at their signs,
yeah.
how they get all the materials and everything printed up and posted up so quick.
Niggas don't do that.
No.
If niggas was going to do that, they would have went and got a poster board from Walgreens, but they're too cheap to go buy that for some goddamn thing.
It's the same guy.
Yeah, take
Right.
a peek back of a pizza box and break some.
Exactly. What are you saying,
It's the
advertisement?
same guy. Sorotos is funded. In fact, they got the the ads and Craigslist.
Right.
There was ads in Seattle about the people
Protest?
protest. Yeah.
Right. But that's beautiful because you know what? You can't have people who want to come and protest along with you that you're funding. They're not going to come and protest unless there's something there that they want to still fight. I'm listening to Jake. I'm going to the liquor store, grabbing some liquor, and I hear Jake's in the parking lot. Yeah, man, Trump in office now. Everybody pissed off, man. We gonna go down there and do this. Jake is feeding off of this. This is exactly what they've known, and they're upset. The white man is upset because their white America's not the way it used to be. That's why they believed in that. You saw how everybody went out in droves. When I say everybody, I'm talking about niggas, Latinos, and so forth. When so-called Obama, black ass, which he's not, he's a Hamite. When he was elected, they went and followed him in droves. Now, when they put the cracker KKK up, been known that Trump's
This KKK rally starting to pop up too.
Right,
all
right.
over the place.
Well,
man.
Pence is the governor of Indiana, and Indiana is one of the havens of the KKK.
Yes, I
man.
think it's the birthplace. Yeah, it's the birthplace.
It's the haven of it. That's you talk to Demarshall Shepard and the brothers from Indiana, they'll tell you. Go down to Indianapolis, they'll tell you there's nothing but KKK haven, man. So you got him in bed with. How many times did Trump say we putting up the border? We don't, he mocked the Mexicans, he mocked the niggas, he mocked everybody. And now they let you know that the white elite.
He said that the Puerto Ricans are very bad Mexicans.
You see, all that will really enrage and inflame somebody.
And that's why Mark Anthony said in that concert publicly, fuck him, fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
That's right. And see,
so when you got celebrities saying that, man, that's heavy, man. Mark
right.
Anthony did it. The
Pitbull did it.
Pitbull, and then what was another dude? Not Don Omar, but one of them Simeonite reggaeton rapper dudes. Another big name. And Daddy Yankee did it too. They all was like, fuck Donald Trump, man.
yep.
So
playing ground for the race war.
It's starting to be. They've turned that soil over, and the elder I saw. Someone sent me an article. Matter of fact, it was my woman. She sent me this article, man, and I was actually gonna go into it, and Elder Anap already did it, man. Elder Ayathun, and basically it's called Operation Wetback. It's a real operation. It's called Operation Wetback, and it happened in 1942. And he is talking about how he's bringing it back, and guess what? He's connecting it to the RFID. So he's going to start putting that chip in all these immigrants and stuff. That's what he's going to start forcing on them with the executive orders. And he said he was going to do that if he got elected, and now he's elected. He also has a character look just like him on that damn Illuminati card game. Then I saw another video with him. From the Simpsons in 2000, with him going down the stairs waving after he had just won the presidential election, and guess what? And all of a sudden, there's an image of him doing that very same thing, even the same hand gestures and everything.
That's right. That's like the movie Purge. They had him and they had the so-called elites, and it was dressed the same way. And you got Hillary and Trump doing their debates, and they were dressed the same way, same outfits, same thing, same proximity toward one another. All this is staged. As the Most High is setting it up on the right hand side, Esau's setting it up on the left hand side. But he's doing it because he's still the Most High stirring his ass to do it, man.
Right, and then he broke down Donald Trump's name, man. I need to put that video in orders. He broke down Donald Trump's name, and Donald literally means ruler of the world, man. And Trump means deceit. That's what Trump.
Trump card.
Yeah, exactly. It means to write a Trump card, to be the deceit. So
they pulled the Trump card.
That could have been a made up.
It's an omen, man. It makes you wonder, man.
And if you watch the episode of The Simpsons, they even had the Electoral College map exactly the same. Like it was exactly the same.
Wow.
The red states and blue states, man. But that goes back to the protocols of Martin Elder Zion. They have to tell you what's going on before they do it.
Kind.
And ultimately, that's Psalm 64 and 8.
Yeah, tongue should fall upon himself.
This 2 Corinthians 2:11. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that's what you see the Akims here doing beautifully by breaking down from the spiritual to the physical on how everything is manifesting and coming into one whole to basically push the prophecies.
I got it. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And that's right. That's what he's doing with. He's going to use Donald Trump, man, to bring in these other prophecies and these kings that are stirring up for war. You know, the Lord's using all these things. Sedition amongst men. All these prophecies are going to come to pass, and he's going to use these different avenues to do so, man.
Wow. That was a beautiful scripture too. And could you read it again, brother?
This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
So when the brother says the king, just for you new brothers who might be watching, or you few sisters, when he says heart, it's talking about his mind. So these people, they're not. There's really no free will. The Lord puts it on your mind for the things, the decisions that you're gonna make, man. All right, whether you realize that, whether you want to believe it or accept it or not, we really don't care. But that's what it is. All right.
They say that Donald Trump's his ancestors, his forefathers, changed their last name from Trump. It used to be Drump or something, and they said it was less. It wasn't. But they said that his forefathers, I don't know if it's a granddad or whatever, somebody, it was less powerful and impressive than Trump, so they changed it.
Yeah, kind of have to do that because they got a lot of different immigrants that came from Germany and Ireland and so forth.
And they did come from Germany. It's like they
I can tell by the name.
1885.
Yeah, so they changed their name to fit more of an American audience.
Yeah. His grandfather was Friedrich Trump. So, yeah.
Yeah, his grandfather was a pimp too.
Yeah.
So he made his money pimping hoes.
Right.
Like the Bowers.
Yeah, right. The Rothschilds kind.
I got a quick precept. And it just goes to back to what y'all
After you
saying.
read that precept.
It goes back to what y'all saying that the Most High ruler, basically ruleth in the kingdom of men. So this is Second Chronicles chapter 35 verses 20. It says, after all this, when Josiah had prepared the temple, Necho, the king of Egypt, came up to fight against Carchemish by Euphrates. It says, and Josiah went out against him. But he sent ambassadors to him, saying, what have I to do with thee, thou king of Judah? I come not against thee this day, but against the house wherewith I have war. For God commanded me to make haste. Forbear thee from meddling with God, who is with me, that he destroy thee not. So basically what you see is the Most High is the one that's basically giving the commandments. Men don't have control. So this is like prime example of what's going on right now. So once you, it's basically understanding the will of the Most High. And the will of the Most High is to bring us into these race riots, and ultimately World War III and the chip being issued, so on and so forth. Man. So it's well orchestrated, you could say. Yeah, I believe that's it on that.
It's Job 33:15. In the dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and the slumbering upon the bed, then he opened the ear of man and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man.
Right. So you go ahead, bro.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
So you'll have all these people that say they're Christians and they believe in the Bible, man. But a scripture will come out like that. It'll be controversial behind it. But it's like, look, you believe in the Bible. The Bible just told you that the Lord seals your instruction, man. You do not have free will. It's as simple as that.
I got a precept for that. This is Jeremiah 10:23. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So Yahweh Bashim Al Shai directs yourself, man.
Right. Just like Esau wouldn't put all this poison in the air, you know, this bottled water, I gotta put stuff to it to get anything out of it, man.
That's right.
And that's gonna bring us back to what we were talking about, the curses falling upon them. Go ahead and play a little bit of that video. Let's let it play for a few minutes and see. But it's kind of heavy, man.
So I saw this video circulating on, this article circulating on Facebook, and it was really interesting, so I really wanted to go over it. Because again, it really seems like the degeneracy in the evil alkaloid community is just at an all-time high. It's running at top speed in one way